Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me to practice today. I'm Sam. And our practice today is really about finding your roots. So it's a very grounding practice, strength-based practice. We're staying a little bit closer toward the earth. And we'll do lots of strength-based leg postures and some grounding, balancing postures as well. And there's no need for any special props. If you do have a block or maybe a hardcover book, you could use that for a revolved half moon or pyramid posture if you like, but it's totally fine to do this practice without any props. And also, if you want to practice with music, there is a link to a Spotify playlist in the notes below. So feel free to click on that and use that if you find that helpful as well. And then when you're ready, we'll get started. I'm going to start this one laying down. So take your time to come to lay onto your back, finding a Shavasana shape. You can set the feet wide, mat width, bring the arms out, palms up toward the ceiling. And naturally let the feet fall open. Letting the eyes come to close when you're ready. Beginning to find yourself here. Finding yourself on your mat. Feeling the weight of your body releasing into the earth. Feeling your whole body supported by the earth. Taking a few moments to scan the body, relaxing each part of your body into the mat. And relaxing the backs of your heels, your calves, the backs of your thighs, and softening your glutes and the back of your hips into the mat. Relaxing across the lower back, middle back, upper back. And melting the shoulders down into the floor. Resting the backs of the arms, the backs of the forearms, backs of your hands. And letting the back of your head rest down. Your whole body is soft and heavy. And feeling the support and safety of the earth. And from that place of support and safety, maybe beginning to guide your awareness more internally. Becoming aware of any sensation in the body, any fluctuations or movement of energy. Allowing everything to be here without needing to change anything or resist anything. Just taking some time to become mindful, connected to what's going on for you in this moment. And when you feel ready, starting to shift your awareness to the movement of your breath. Just tracing the natural ebb and flow of breath in your body. No need to change it in any way. Just beginning first to notice. The invitation for this practice is to connect to the earth and find your roots. And when we feel grounded and present in our minds and bodies, we're able to navigate all the fluctuations and changes and uncertainties, especially now. The greatest sense of ease and stability. In this practice, we'll explore lots of slower paced, strength-based, fluid movement. You can start to feel a sense of being grounded in strength, being anchored in balances, really being rooted in stability. When you're ready, starting to take a few deeper breaths here. With the breath in, feeling the rib cage expand in all 4 directions. And then feeling a sense of grounding, release on the exhale. And you're welcome to sigh out on the exhale if that's useful for you. Taking 3 more slow, deep, grounding breaths in your own time. When you've finished your 3 breaths, start to step your feet closer, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, and send your arms up overhead, so making yourself super long. Point the toes, engage the muscles of the legs. Take a deep inhalation, create length. And exhale, soften, release. Start to hug your knees in toward your chest for a moment, feeling the whole length of the spine grounding down. And then start to find a T shape or cactus shape with your arms. And then start to let your knees fall toward the right. You can gently lift up your bottom hip when you get there to realign the spine. And gaze toward the left or up to the sky, whichever feels better for you. And gentle supine twist. And feeling sensation of breath. Feel the abdomen and the twist. There's 1 more breath here. On your next inhalation, coming back through center, realign the hips. And exhale, knees to the left. Gently lifting the hips, resettling them back down to align the spine. And maybe gazing right. Or maybe you prefer looking up at the sky. And breathing deep into the belly. There's 2 more breaths here. Next breath in, coming back through center. Reshift the hips back into the center of the mat. Keep the arms where they are. Start to align the knees over the hips. Gluing the thighs, shins together. Start to engage the lower belly, so navel to spine. You're keeping that slight natural curve of the back, so not overly pressing the lower back into the mat, but not arching away either. Take an inhale here. And exhale, lower the knees to the right side. Keep them hovering. Keep the left shoulder grounded. Breath in through center. Breath out, knees to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Waking up the belly. Inhale. And exhale. One more each side, breath in. And breath out. Final one, inhale, center. And exhale, left. Inhale, center. And this time as you exhale, lengthen the legs up to the sky and take your arms alongside your body. You can choose here to point your toes or flex your feet. Be noticing how sensation changes depending on how you have your feet. Closing the eyes for a moment. Starting to feel how even with your legs lifted up, your belly is turning on here to support you. Your shoulders grounded, spine grounded. Taking a deep inhale here. And full exhale. And start to bend your knees, hug your knees in toward your torso for a moment. Just gently shift from side to side. Massaging the lower back into the earth. And coming through neutral, take your hands behind your thighs. I'm going to rock and roll up the spine 3 times. And on your third time, you can cross the ankles, take your hands down, and just shift your knees back, coming to all fours. You might need to shift a little bit down your mat. So coming to find all fours here. So knees underneath your hips, wrists underneath your shoulders. Really spread the fingers, so finger pads pressing into the mat. Navel gently drawing in. And before we move through cat and cow, we'll just create some circles to warm up the wrists. So as you inhale, start to send your body forward, torso forward. And then as you exhale, sliding back. Inhale, choosing whichever direction you prefer to start. Forward and exhale back. 2 more in this direction. And then switching. Inhale forward over the wrists and exhale sliding back. 2 more. Final one. Coming to find yourself back in neutral, adjusting hands and knees if you need to, and preparing for cat and cow. As you breathe in, start to lift the heart up, hips lift, belly lowers, maybe gaze up. And then as you exhale, really press through the hands, round the spine, draw the chin in, feel all that spaciousness across the upper back. Breathing in, cow. And breathing out, cat. Keep moving here in your own time. Staying connected to your breath. And you could keep moving like this. Or if you notice your body wants to move in another way here, maybe more freely, you're welcome to start to move more intuitively. So there is no right or wrong way to move here. We're tuning into your body, noticing if there are any areas that need a bit more opening or movement. I've got a couple more deep breaths here. And a final breath in your own pace. And when you're ready, finding yourself back in all fours, just to curl your toes under. Hug the lower belly in and up. Spread the fingers, press through your hands. Take an inhale. And exhale, hover the knees. Pause. You'll notice if you're rounding here, or if you're dropping through the belly, arching the spine. See if you can find a neutral shape with the spine. Knees are about 1 inch off your mat, and your knees are underneath your hips. So grounding through the hands here. Really pressing the ground away. Belly is on. Neck is long. Take an inhale. Downward facing dog. Breath out. Adjust your hands and your feet if you need to. Just take a moment here to move if you need to. So walking the dog, or maybe creating some twists or length through the side body. Just see what you need here. Just making sure that your fingers are really gripping the mat. So fingers are spread. Pads of the fingertips are pressing down. You have weight in the thumb side of your hands. You're really pressing the ground away. Knees can be as bent as you need to. Lower ribs wrapping in. The hips are drawing back. It's like you're pressing your hands away from you. Taking one more breath here. And exhale, sigh out the mouth. Start to bring your eyes forward. And then super slowly start to walk your feet toward your hands. Coming to set your feet hip width. You can catch opposite elbows. And then start to drape your torso towards your legs. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Knees stay soft. You might choose to stay in stillness. Or you might rock gently from side to side. Or maybe you choose to find more of a bouncing motion, entirely up to you. Just really pouring any heaviness out, any stagnant energy. Letting it all return to the earth. And feet firmly grounded. Take a deep breath in. And cleansing breath out. Release your elbows. Start to bend your knees, tuck your chin in. And then slowly, taking as much time as you need, start to roll up. So you're rising out of the earth. Slowly making your way towards standing. Keeping the feet hip width. Rolling the shoulders a couple of times. And then finding yourself into your Tadasana. And close your eyes. Just taking a moment to shift your weight from one foot to the other. And starting to feel the soles of your feet connected to your mat. And come to find yourself in stillness. Feeling your feet rooting down into the earth. You're drawing energy from the center of the earth up along the legs. Feel the kneecaps lift as your thighs turn on. Tailbone lengthens down. You're activating your Mula Bandha, so feeling that gentle lifting of your pelvic floor muscles. Pit of the belly, drawing in and up. Uddiyana Bandha. Finding broadness across the collarbones. Shoulders soft. Crown of the head, drawing upwards. And finding that strength here, strength of a mountain, grounded into this posture. Taking 3 deep breaths, so inhale deeply. Sigh it out, release. 2 more, deep breath in. Exhale. Last one, in breath. And let it go. Eyes open. Breathing in, sweep the arms up, palms connect. Maybe gaze up. And exhale, diving down, melting your torso towards your legs, hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingers can stay on the floor. You might bend your knees or maybe hands slide to your shins. Breath in. And exhale, fold. 2 more halfway lifts. So breathing in. Feel that length through your spine. And breathing out. Last one. Inhale, crown reaches full. And exhale, ground the hands. Step back, high plank. Pause. So feeling your hands pressing down into the mat, and you're really pressing up, away out of the earth. Heels are drawing back. Shoulders and wrists are aligned here. Find a slight doming of your upper back, so you're filling the space between your shoulder blades, and then wrapping your shoulder blades back toward the length of the spine. Core is on. Holding strength here. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, lower the knees down. Take another inhale here. And then slowly on the breath out, wrap the elbows in, triceps on, and exhale, release the torso to the mat. Untap the toes and press into the tops of the feet. Step your hands out wider than your mat. Come onto your fingertips. Hands in line with your shoulders or a little bit further forward. Press into the tops of your feet as you rise up. Inhale, fingertip cobra. And exhale, release. 2 more. Breathing in, ripple up. And breathing out. Hip bones grounded. Inhale, rising from the earth. And exhale. Slide the hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, press out all fours. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pausing here. And feeling the parts of your body in contact with the floor. So sensation underneath your hands, underneath the balls of your feet. Maybe your heels are touching. At the base of your next exhale, start to bend the knees. Bring your gaze forward and then step or float your feet in between your hands. Find a halfway lift as you breathe in. And bow, breathing out. Rising up from the earth, sweep the arms up, inhale. And exhale, start to release the palms down. Tadasana. Again, breathing in, sweeping arms up. And exhale, bowing to the earth. Offer the heart, inhale. Grounding hands, stepping back, high plank. Exhale, pause here. Take an inhale. And then this time as you exhale, your choice, knees up or down, lower all the way to the earth, elbows wrap in. Keep the hands alongside the chest this time, raising up, cobra, breath in. And downward facing dog, breathing out. 3 breaths here. And pressing the hands into the mat. Heels are energetically drawing toward the earth. Bending the knees if you need to. Last breath. Bending the knees, gazing forward, and stepping or floating to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. And bow, exhale. Rise to standing, breath in. And breathing out, releasing hands. Tadasana. Step your feet together if they're not already. Start to bend your knees. As you inhale, scoop the arms up alongside your ears. Bring your weight back into your heels so you can lift your toes off your mat for a moment. Making sure the weight is back, heart is lifted. Notice if you're overly arching your lower back. We're giving the tailbone gliding toward the earth. Feeling that strength from your feet all the way along your legs, activation through the thighs. Take a breath in and bow to the earth, breathing out. Flat back, inhale. And then as you exhale, ground the hands, step back, high plank. So taking it a little bit slower again. Inhale here. And this time as you exhale, start to tip forward on your toes slightly, lower halfway down. So shoulders elbow height. Inhale, maybe upward facing dog this time, hips lifted. Opening the chest. And down dog, breathing out. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Really drive the leg high, flex the foot so you're lifting up through your heel. Hips are square. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, stay high on the ball of the left foot and step the right foot in between your hands. Plant the left hand down and inhale, right arm to sky. Pause in your twist. Take another breath in. And then exhale, circle the left hand back and down toward the floor. So spin your back heel in for warrior one feet. You might need to step your back foot a little bit closer than your lunge. And you want your feet on train tracks here, hip bones facing forward, bending into your front knee. Inhale, start to rise up, warrior one. Adjust your feet if you need to. Rooting out of the earth, growing tall. Take a breath in. Hips square. And then as you exhale, start to fold forward. So hands return to the earth. And you're lengthening your front leg. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold. You can always bend your front knee a bit if you need to. Excuse me. Next, inhale, rebend the front knee, rise up. And then exhale, circle the right hand to the back of the left thigh. Inhale, using the strength of your legs, start to grow out of the waist, maybe leaning back. And then exhale, windmill the hands to the earth, pick up the back heel, and step back, high plank. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, down dog, we're moving through chaturanga. Breath in, you find your back bend, up dog or cobra. And breath out, downward facing dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Again, really press through the heel, drive the heel to the sky. Really activate the left leg. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, stepping the left foot forward in between your hands. Keep the back heel lifted for now. Right palm grounds. Twisting, left arm to sky, breath in. Stay for the breath out, revolving from the waist. Another breath in. And breath out, circle the left hand behind you and back to the earth. Maybe stepping the back foot in slightly, spin the heel in, so warrior one feet. Bending into the front knee. And then inhale, start to rise up, strong legs. And notice if your hips are moving off in one direction, see if you can keep your hip bones facing forward. So you want your left hip drawing back, right hip drawing forward. Core is engaged, take a breath in. And then as you exhale, you're taking your hands to the floor, lengthening your front leg. You can always keep a micro bend. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, bow. And pyramid pose. Next inhale, rising up, rebend the front knee. Warrior one. And then as you exhale, circle the left hand to the back of the right thigh. Inhale, start to reverse. So your legs staying where they are, you're lifting out of the waistline, maybe finding a slight back bend. And then breathing out, windmill the hands down, stepping back, plank pose. Take an inhale here, hold strength. And exhale, chaturanga. Breathing in, up dog or cobra. And breathing out, downward facing dog. Pausing here for 3 deep breaths. I'm going to flow through one more round of this each side. One breath, one movement. Let's take one extra breath here. Deep breath in. And cleansing breath out. Beginning with the right leg. Inhale, right leg to sky. Stretch it long. And exhale, step the foot forward. Low lunge twist. Inhale, right arm to sky. Exhale, circle the right hand back and down. Spin the back heel inwards, rise up. Strong legs, warrior one, square hips. Exhale, hands to the earth, lengthen the front leg, bow. Rise back up, warrior one, inhale. And exhale, circle the right hand to the back of the left leg. Breathing in, reverse, leaning back. In breath. And exhale, spinning the hands down, step back, high plank, pause. Inhale. Your choice on the exhale, chaturanga or straight to down dog. Inhale, rising the chest up, back bend. Hips to sky, downward facing dog, out breath. Switching, left leg lifts, breathe in. And step forward, breathing out. Twist, left arm to sky, breath in. And circle the arm back and down, breath out. Spin the back heel and ground the back foot, square the hips. Rise strong, breath in, warrior one. Pyramid, hands to the floor, bow, breath out. Front knee bends, rise up, breath in. And circle the left arm to the back of the right thigh, breath out. Inhale, lifting up, opening through the heart. And exhale, spinning the hands down, step back, high plank. Take your inhale here. And then exhale, shifting forward, lowering shoulders to elbow height. Breathing in, up dog or cobra, broadness across the chest. And downward facing dog, breath out. Your choice to stay, or maybe taking an inhale. And letting your knees fall mat width, exhale. Big toes touch, sliding back, child's pose. Noticing what you need in your body here. Becoming aware of the points of contact with the earth. Maybe the palms of the hands in child's pose, or also down dog. Maybe the length of the arm in your child's pose. Knees, tops of the shins, forehead. Or in your down dog, feeling your hands rooting into the earth. Feeling your heels start to gently draw toward the earth. And feeling the stability, the strength of the earth underneath you. And pausing here for one more deep breath. You're in your child's pose. Take your time to mindfully move back into a downward facing dog. There is no rush. Just taking another breath here, either in movement or in stillness. Your next inhale, right leg to the sky, lifting up through the heel. Really activate the right leg. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, shoulders over wrists, right knee, right shoulder or elbow. Inhale, take the leg back to the sky. Exhale, right knee, left shoulder or elbow. Keep the hips lifted. Inhale, leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug it in. Really come high on the ball of the left foot. Right knee draws in. And then step the foot forward. You can keep the back heel lifted for now. Finding that twist, inhale, right arm to sky. And exhale, circle it back and down. This time you're starting to walk your hands further forward, about a foot in front of your right foot. And then as you inhale, send your weight into your right foot. And you're finding a supported warrior 3 shape. So flex the left foot here. And really press through the heel, like you're stamping the back of the room. You're rooting through your grounded foot. You can bend your standing knee if you need to, or great time to use blocks. Crown of the head lengthens. And feeling that intense stretch through the right hamstring. Take another in-breath. And then slowly, slowly step the left toes to the back of the mat. Out breath. Spin the left heel in. Preparing for warrior one. Rise up, warrior one. In breath. Just like before, exhale, bow over the front leg, pyramid pose, fingers to the earth. Bend the front knee if you need to. This time, as you inhale, start to lengthen your spine forward. And then you're going to take your right hand to the sacrum, to your sacrum. So right hand to sacrum, keeping the sacrum balanced. Take another breath in, start to lengthen the spine forward. And then as you exhale, keeping the sacrum balanced, you're twisting from your mid and upper back, opening your chest to the right side of the room. You could stay here, or maybe you take your right arm to the sky. You can always use a block here underneath your left hand. We're rotating from the waist. Both feet grounded. Take another in-breath. And then exhale, circle the top hand down. Pick up the back heel again. Inhale, walking forward, supported warrior three. And then this time on the exhale, you're going to start to bow, standing split. So hands walk back. This time point the left toes. Just to lift the left leg up toward the sky. And you might test your balance by taking one hand to your right ankle or maybe both hands. And drawing torso to thighs. Keeping the left hip square, so we're not opening the hip, keep the hip closed. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly land the left toes to the back of the mat. Turn your whole body to face the long side of the mat. Feet are parallel to the edges of the mat. And then for this variation, bring your hands out in front of you, so they're under your shoulders. Really root into the outer edges of your feet. As you inhale, start to bend your knees, send your hips back, look forward. And then as you exhale, bowing. So inhale, looking forward, bend the knees. And exhale, bow. Couple more, breath in. And breath out. Last one, in breath. And exhale. Taking a moment here, maybe walking the hands slightly further forward. It's kind of like a downward facing dog, but with wide legs. So spine is long. In breath. And out breath. Bringing your hands back under the shoulders, half lift, breath in. And then exhale, turning to face the top of the mat, low lunge, top of the mat. Grounding the hands. Inhale, either stepping back high plank or three-legged plank. Take a breath in. And exhale, moving through your flow. Inhaling up dog or cobra. And exhaling down dog. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Take the left leg to the sky, breath in. And then as you exhale, left knee, left shoulder or elbow. Inhale, take the leg up. Exhale, take it across to the right. To the sky, breath in. Knee to nose, breath out, hold. Root through the hands, press away from the earth, so rising out of the earth. Hold for a moment, and then step forward. Right hand grounds, left arm to the sky, twist, breath in. And exhale, circle the hand back and down. Walking the hands further forward. Inhale, finding your supported warrior three. So you're really grounding through the sole of your left foot. You're using your fingers to support you here. You're really driving that right heel away from you, keeping the hips square. So if you notice your hips opening, see if you can try to balance your hips as much as you can. Active through the right leg. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly land the toes back. So the right heel in. Bending in the front knee, rise up, warrior one, breath in. And then hands to the earth, breath out, lengthen the front leg. Inhale to lengthen. So just slide the left hip back, right hip forward. Keep the right hand grounded. Bring the left hand to the sacrum. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, start to rotate. So you're rotating from your mid and upper back here. Either stay here with the left hand or float it to the sky if that's accessible. Keep drawing the left hip back in space, right hip forward. Take another breath in. And then exhale, taking the left hand down, coming back through center. Inhale, supported warrior three. And standing splits, exhale, hands walk back, point to the right toes, lifting them toward the sky. Feeling that strength through the left leg here. So left leg is your support. You might explore testing your balance by bringing one of your hands towards your ankle. Keep the hips square. Active through the right leg. Take a breath in. And then exhale, slowly lower the toes back down. Walk to face the long side of the mat. Feet parallel again, feet are wide. You can inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, start to bend into the right knee. Inhale, center. And exhale, bend into the left knee. So you could keep moving here like this. Finding a gentle opening through the hips. Or you might make the movement a bit more fluid. Just see what feels good to move through the hips. Some clicks might happen, just releasing air. Just see what feels good for you. A couple more breaths. Lots of clicks maybe. When you're ready, coming to find yourself in neutral, take a halfway lift breath in. And exhale, pivoting to the top of the mat, back heel is lifted. Plant the palms firmly to the ground. Three-legged high plank or high plank, breath in. Maybe three-legged chaturanga. Lifting the heart up, breathing in. Downward facing dog, breathing out. Take a deep in-breath. And full out breath. Right leg to the sky. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Bring the knee to the nose. Hold for a moment again. Press away, grow tall out of the earth. And then step the foot forward in a low lunge shape. Just like before, walk the hands forward. Inhale, supported warrior three. But this time we're going to find a revolved half moon. So bring the right hand to the right hip. Keep pressing away through the left leg. And similar to our revolved triangle shape that we did before, you're starting to open from the mid to upper back. So finding that revolution from the mid to upper back. You could stay here, you might float the top arm up. Strength through the right leg. Press away through the left leg. Take another breath in. And then exhale, take the hand down. So to bend into your right knee, hug the left knee in towards your chest. You might walk the hands back. And then we're going to rise to stand. So growing out of the earth, take your time. Rising up. Bring the left knee toward your chest, arms up, breath in. Balancing breath out. Moving to a tree pose from here. So guiding the left knee open. And then settling the sole of the left foot somewhere along the right leg. So anywhere but the knee. Hands to heart center. Taking a moment to find your breath. Maybe arms start to grow up, finding branches. Up to you. So you're rooting through your right foot. So that's your stability. Then you've got the energy of your right leg. You've got the energy of your left foot pressing equally into your right leg. And that's giving you that stable base, your roots. And then strength of the core. You're lifting up, long through the side bodies. Take another breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Slowly stepping out. And shake the legs. And then when you're ready, step the feet together. Find your Tadasana. Slow sun A. Breathing in, sweep the arms up. Grow tall. And breathing out, return to Mother Earth. Folding forward. Lifting the heart. Breath in. Grounding hands, stepping back, high plank, breath out, taking it slower. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly shifting forward over the toes, lowering halfway down. Elbows wrapping in. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And breathing out, downward, facing dog. Take a deep in-breath. Releasing, grounding, out breath. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale, pause. Press away from the earth, rounding the upper back. You're high on the right tippy toe to create space. And then you can step the left foot forward. Hands walk forward, launching into the left leg, supported warrior 3, pause. Square the hips. And you're going to keep your right hand where it is. This time take the left hand, left hip. The left hip drawing back long through the spine. You can inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, starting to revolve your chest to the left. Again, twisting from the waist. You might stay here, or maybe it's available. You might take your top arm up. Notice if you're collapsing through your back leg, really activate the back leg. So the whole back side of the right leg is engaging. Take another breath in. And then exhale, left hand to the ground. Walk the hands back for a moment, bend the left knee, hug the right knee in. Root through the left foot and start to rise. Rounding up through the spine, drawing energy from the earth. Shoot the arms up, breath in, right knee up. Pause, breath out. Finding your tree pose. This time, right hand, right knee, guiding the right knee open. And then using your right hand to grab for the ankle. And then you can gently place your right foot along the inside of your left leg. Hands to heart. Drishti, your gaze to something stable. Supported by the earth, the stability of the earth. Strength of a tree, strong legs, strong core. And then that flexibility, that adaptability comes from your branches. Maybe growing tall. Maybe there is some movement, but you're still rooted. And one more breath. Relaxing the face. And guiding your hands back in front of your heart. And then stepping gently out of your tree pose. Circle that shoulders back a few times, shake the legs, whatever you need to do here. And then we're going to flow through a final slow sun salutation. So see if you can make this as slow and as strong as you possibly can. So avoiding the urge to rush, which we often have in our chaturangas. So when you're ready in your own time, taking the arms up, breathing in. Releasing to the ground on the breath out. Elongating the spine, stretching the heart forward on your in-breath. Cementing the hands to the earth, stepping back, high plank, out breath. So lifting out of the earth here with the hands, breath in. High to low plank, breath out, moving slow, hold, hug the elbows in. Inhale, flip the feet, lift the heart up, shoulders away from ears. And exhale, meeting all together. Downward facing dog. To bend your knees, bring your eyes forward. Then we're going to step or float to a seat. So you can cross the ankles, settle down with the sit bones, and bring the feet in front of you. Bring the hands behind you, thighs together, and then start to lift your legs up. So you're resting on your sitting bones. You're in a supported Navasana or boat pose. Shoulders are back. So we're not crowding or crunching through our shoulders, but heart is lifted. Navel to spine. Shins parallel to the earth. You choose, flex the feet, point the feet, whatever you prefer. Hold. On your next inhale, lower onto your forearms, extend the legs. And then exhale, lift, forearms lift, knees to chest. So inhale to lengthen, press open. And exhale, draw in. Breath in. And breath out, heart stays open. In breath. And out breath. 2 more. Final 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the feet. Take the arms in front of you. Breathe in, tall spine. And exhaling, C curve, navel to spine, rolling all the way to the ground. Release the legs for a moment. Just take a moment to ground. Taking a couple of breaths here and a rest. We're almost there. Just have a couple of back bends and then moving through relaxation. So prepare for a bridge pose. Start to step your feet in toward you. You can lightly graze the backs of your heels with your fingertips, feet are hip width, arms alongside the body, knees pointing up to the sky. And then as you inhale, rooting through the whole sole of the foot, start to float the hips up. This could be option 1, staying here. Or maybe option 2, you might want to walk or tuck your shoulders under, clasp your fingertips. And then you might start to press down through your forearms. You can start to lift your hips even higher. You want to keep space between your chin and your chest so neck stays long. And keep rooting out of the feet, rooting out of the arms and the shoulders, expanding across the whole front side of the body. This should feel super nice in the hip flexors after that core exercise. Expansive breath through the lungs, rib cage moves in 4 directions. So out the front, the back, the sides. Deep, expansive breath in. To the floor, grounding breath out. Pause. Settle the spine. Taking a couple of breaths and a pause. We have one more round, so if a wheel is part of your practice, you are more than welcome to go for that. Otherwise, we'll take another bridge pose here. Just setting up. Navel to spine. Your next breath in, hips draw up. Staying here, or shoulders tucking under, interlace the fingers. So even in our back bends, we're still engaging the core. Notice if your legs are starting, it's an exaggeration, but if your legs are slightly moving out, you really want to engage the inseam of your legs here, like you have a block there, or activity in the inseam of your legs. So you're pressing down through the inner edge of your feet. Clearing expansive breaths. Maybe creating a little bit more opening if you can. Taking a final breath in. And slowly releasing hands, releasing shoulders. Return your spine to the ground. Let the soles of your feet come together. Knees fall wide. Reclined butterfly. Take one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Let the eyes close. If it feels too intense in your inner thighs, find more of a diamond shape here with your legs. And if that still is feeling not so good in the body, take the feet wide, mat width, knees knock in. Letting the femur bones rest in the hip sockets, outer edge of the hip sockets. And start to tune in. Connecting into the rhythm of your breath. Tracking the movement of your breath beneath your palms. And taking some time here to restore. Rebalance. A whole body supported by the earth. Just being with yourself in total presence. Inviting yourself back to the rhythm of your breath if you find yourself wandering off in thought. What would it be like to stay present in your body? To be here for each breath. And 3 more deep breaths here. And fluttering the eyes open if you close them. Gathering the knees back in toward the midline. Bringing your knees to your chest. And make sure you have a bit of space behind you, so if you need to, shuffle forward. And prepare for a shoulder stand and then a plow. If you want to skip shoulder stand today, you can simply stay laying on your back and take your legs up, maybe bending the knees so it's a bit more relaxing. Or you can always place a block or a pillow underneath your sacrum. Take your legs up, or use a wall. Legs up the wall is also a great option here. If you're coming into a shoulder stand, arms alongside the body, knees to the chest. Really basing the body here, so you're pressing down through the elbows and shoulders. And you're going to slowly start to lift the legs up to the sky, walking the elbows in. And just listen to my voice, so no need to look at the screen. You really want to protect your neck here. You've got your hands on your lower back. You've got your feet over your hips. Neck is long. If your elbows are too wide, you might need to walk them in so they're in line with your shoulders. And taking some deep breaths here. The base of your body, your foundation now being your shoulders. We've been doing a lot of work through the legs. It's starting to kind of shift the energy there, so bringing some lightness now to the legs. The energy moving in the opposite direction. This is really calming for the nervous system and activating the parasympathetic nervous system for the rest and digest function. You could choose to stay here. If you want to explore a plow shape, you might start to bring your legs up and over your head. And they might touch the ground, they might not touch the ground. You can keep your hands on your lower back. If your toes are really comfy on the ground, you could release your hands to the earth. If not, keep supporting the lower back. Keep the neck long. A deep stretch all the way from the cervical spine, your neck, down the thoracic spine, the upper back, the lumbar spine, lower back, all the way along the back side of your legs. Keep breathing. This deep cleansing pose, plow pose. Taking one more breath here. When you're ready, start to bend the knees. Engage your core and use your arms as support to slowly rolling out one vertebrae at a time toward the earth. Avoiding rushing out and kind of plopping down onto the earth. And slowly start to extend your legs long and point your toes, thighs connected. Place the palms of your hands, palms down, so hands underneath your sitting bones, and then start to tuck the shoulders under, elbows walk in. Breathing in, start to puff the chest, and then exhale, settle the crown of the head to the ground. Fish pose. Lion's breath, take a deep breath in. And exhale, stick your tongue out, release. 2 more breath in. And breath out. Final 1 breath in. And breath out. And to slide the elbows wider, lift the head, tuck the chin, ground the shoulders, ground the back of the head, release the hands. Bring the knees in toward your chest for a moment. And rock from side to side. Massaging your lower back, neutralizing the spine. And then finishing just like we started with our supine twist. So bring your arms to a cactus or a T shape. And you can actually bring your feet to the mat for a second. Lift your hips up, shift them to the left, and then let the knees move to the right. So spine is long, one line through the center, not drifting to the right. Gazing to the left if it's accessible, or up to the sky. Softening across the collarbones and the shoulders. Both shoulders melting. And you might close your eyes. And feeling that sense of groundedness physically, energetically. And back close to the earth. Balancing energy. When we feel grounded and stable in our lives, we're less likely to become unbalanced and untethered when things happen. We're all facing a lot of change at the moment, a lot of uncertainty, maybe extra stress. So if we can keep connecting to our center, connecting to ourselves, we're able to move through these times in that more stable place without losing our balance or getting too caught up in what's happening. We're finding our way back to center. And finding your way back to center. Coming back through center, shift the hips back. Take the soles of your feet to the floor, lift the hips, shift them right. And transition knees to the left. And settling in here. If it's helpful for you, you might bring your awareness to the parts of your body connected to the floor. And noticing where your body is being held by the earth. And remembering that being grounded, being centered, can be a really internal process. Whenever you notice yourself becoming unbalanced or caught up in stories or uncertainties, getting caught in all the fluctuations, and simply returning to the present moment, returning to the breath. It can be one way of kind of re-anchoring yourself and finding yourself again, finding your center. A couple more breaths here. In your own time, guiding yourself back to the midline, and shift the hips back to the center, and then taking as much time as you need to move towards your final relaxation, Shavasana or corpse pose. This ultimate kind of returning to the earth gesture. Letting the whole body melt down. Relaxing all of your muscles. Letting gravity guide you to the center of the earth. Letting go of any controlled breathing. And letting yourself be held by Mother Earth. I'm going to leave you with a poem by the poet Nancy Paddock. It's called Lie Down. Lie down with your belly to the ground. like an old dog in the sun. Smell the greenness of the clover leaf and feel the damp earth through your clothes. Let an ant wander the uncharted territory of your skin. Lie down with your belly to the ground. Melt into the earth's contours like a harmless snake. All else is mere bravado. Let your mind resolve itself in a tangle of grass. Lie down with your belly to the ground, flat out on ground level. Prostrate yourself before the soil you will someday enter. Stop doing, stop judging, fearing, trying. This is not dying, but the way to live in a world of change and gravity. Let go. Let your burdens drop. Let your grief charge bleed off into the ground. Lie down with your belly to the ground. And then rise up with the earth still in you. And slowly coming back to your physical form. And coming back to the rhythm of your breath. And welcoming in any movement to your body that's helpful for you. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe circling wrists and ankles. Maybe something else. Maybe a full body stretch. You might take your arms up and over your head. You might point your toes. You might make yourself as long as you possibly can. Taking a deep breath in. And releasing breath out. In your own time, guide your knees to your chest and then roll to your favorite side. No rush. Pausing there, close to the ground. And when you're ready, making your transition toward any kind of seated shape here. Maybe kneeling, maybe cross-legged. Taking as much time as you need to find yourself in a seat. And feeling your sitting bones rooting down. Feeling the length of your spine expand from the earth. Crown of the head tall, soft shoulders. Come to collect your palms in front of your heart space in Anjali Mudra. And taking a moment to acknowledge yourself for taking this time today to practice yoga, to be present and to explore this sense of groundedness in your body. We'll finish with a final cleansing breath. Take a deep inhale, lengthening from the base of your tailbone to the crown of your head. And exhale, sigh out, release. Bow your chin to your chest, bowing into your heart space, honoring yourself and the teacher within you. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. If you like these videos, make sure to subscribe. Otherwise, hopefully see you again on the mat soon. Peace.